I'm Marguerite McDonald. I'm a cornea refractive cataract specialist. As cornea specialists, we see a lot of very complex issues. People with non-healing corneal defects, people with radiation issues after orbital radiation, chemical burns, many complex issues that require advanced treatment. In general, for treatment options, I look for options that are effective, number one, that are not exceedingly painful, number two, that impacts patient acceptance, of course, and that are covered by the patient's insurance. I've tried dehydrated amniotic membranes, and you get a certain degree of success with them. But the success rate with ProCare Slim is much, much higher, largely because of the way they process the tissue. So Pentraxin 3 and heavy chain hyaluronic acid are destroyed by the dehydration processes used by other companies. This particular patent-protected proprietary method preserves these two incredibly powerful constituents, and I think that makes a world of difference. My wow moment with ProCare Slim came pretty early. It was my second or third time using ProCare, and it was a woman in her early 50s from another country, and she had severe dry eyes. She didn't have insurance. I don't think she was a citizen. So she had no insurance. She was working for cash as a hairdresser, and she managed to get her hands on a few bottles of proparacaine. And she was putting proparacaine in her eyes about every hour for 3 months. She came in profound stem cell failure, 2200 vision in both eyes. You could see the whirling, sick epithelial defects, horrible discomfort, conjunctival discomfort, and some corneal discomfort, but she also had an element of neurotrophic keratitis. So as uncomfortable as she wasn't as miserable as I thought she would be because of the neurosensory defect. She was slated to have bilateral corneal transplants and stem cell transplants from a living donor, a first-degree relative. And I thought, well, let's try this. It's a Hail Mary pass. Let's try it. So I put a ProCare Slim on both eyes. I took it out a week later. At that point, she'd gone from 2200 to 2050. No epithelial defects. I put in a second one, took it out 7 days later. She was 20/20 in both eyes. We canceled the surgery. I became a believer. That was my wow moment.